Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be conducting a torture test and a review on Talon grips. Alright guys, before we get into this video, we're actually going to be having our first giveaway. We have this Talon grip here. This fits the Glock model 19, 23, 25, 32, or 38, and generations 2, 3, and 4. So if you guys want this for free, the only thing you have to do is subscribe and share this video. Then after about a week, we'll choose a random person and we'll send this to you. We have two versions of the SD9VE. They're both the same, but one has the Talon grip. So today, we're going to be comparing the two to see just how effective Talon grips really are. Now the entire point of this test is to find out how Talon grips perform in adverse conditions that a shooter might face. Now these are conditions such as sweaty hands, cold hands, or even shaky hands. Now to test sweaty hands, we've got oven mitts here. I'm going to throw these on, do some calisthenics, get some nice sweaty hands, look like a weird cook out in the middle of the desert, and then we're going to shoot the firearms. Then to test cold hands, I'm going to dip my hands in a bucket of ice water and fire both firearms against this graph. Alright, so this first test is going to be sweaty hands. We have the firearm without the grip on the left and the firearm with the grip on the right hand side. Now with that first shot you couldn't see much, so let's reverse the video, slow it down, and then compare the footage. First up, we're going to have the firearm that has no Talon grip on it. This is the standard grip. What I want you to pay attention to here is how long it takes the muzzle to get back on target to stop significant movement. And this is going to simulate how fast we can do a follow-up shot. So the shot breaks, and then roughly 4 seconds later and 3 frames, or 4.09 seconds later, the muzzle has stopped significant movement. If we compare that to the firearm with the Talon grip, we'll see some significant improvement. First, the shot's going to break, and then roughly 3 seconds later, with 10 frames, or 3.3 seconds later, the firearm's back on target. Now that's a 20% time improvement over the firearm without the Talon grip. Next up, we're going to be testing the firearms with cold hands, and we're going to be comparing the muzzle rise. So that graph on the back has 2-inch by 2-inch squares. So by measuring from the base of the firearm, we can see just how much the firearm kicks when we shoot it. I tried really hard to keep a standard grip out on the firearms and kept the same pressure on both the firearm with the grip and without. So first up, without the grip, we have our shot break here, and the first shot showed a muzzle rise of 2¼ inches. Our second shot was a little bit higher at 3 inches, and then for our third shot, we saw a very similar shot to the first at 2¼ inches. And that gave us an overall average of 2.5 inches without the grip. So let's switch over to the grip now and see how that performs. For our first shot, we see an immediate improvement of roughly 2 inches. Our second shot was very similar to the first, another muzzle rise of 2 inches. And then our third shot was a little bit higher at 2¼ inches. Now that gave us an overall average of 2.08 inches, which is roughly a 17% improvement. Alright guys, for our infield assessment, I feel like the Talon grips are a great choice. They're relatively cheap, very easy to install, and although I haven't seen the high speed yet, I feel like those results were pretty clear. I had a lot better purchase on the firearm with the grip, and when my hands were cold and I couldn't feel anything, I could still maintain that firing position. Thanks again to Talon Grips for sending this for testing and evaluation. We had a great time out here, and thanks for watching guys. Have a nice day.